So we decided to stop for morning tea. Happy Earl Grey tea. This is in a little town called Gunnedah. A lovely little coffee shop, which is quite different.
And we had lamb and rosemary pie for lunch. Lovely.
So we're just having a walk along next to the riverbank at Moree. There's quite a few birds around and also a bit of rubbish, unfortunately. Looks like McDonald's rubbish. But it's a lovely spot. It's quite tranquil.
It helps that the sun is shining.
So it's basically about 11 a.m. on a Sunday, or 11:30, and we're just having a bit of walk before we go for some lunch.
There's geese over there arguing with the ducks. And this is the river. I can't remember the name of it. In Moree. Bit muddy. But they've had a bit of rain lately. Over there's the showground where we stayed a year ago. Just about exactly, within a couple of days. It's a great camping area, that showground, huge area and great facilities. And just across here is the services club. And they do great meals, very reasonable, so we're going there for lunch. So Bill got Mongolian beef, and you get a spring roll with it, and the complimentary soup and fried rice, and mine's beef and vegetables. We think that this machine gets the pecans off the trees in there. Huge pecan trees. We enjoyed our little stop in Bingara. It was a lovely little town. Chatted with some locals. Went for morning tea at a very retro coffee shop. Just a lovely town. This is overlooking Gunnedah. Just up at what's called Anzac Park. And there's paintings on the water tower. So this is remembering the Battle of Long Tan, where 25 Australian soldiers were killed in Vietnam.
The poker machines. Keeps the clubs alive. Keeps the price of food down. There's lots of them. There's lots.
This is dedicated to my Auntie Molly, who passed away earlier this week. When we last visited, she and I recited this poem together. We'd both learnt it. And even though we're a generation apart at school, we still knew it off by heart. I'll miss her. So this park is on Pensioners Hill, which makes sense because we're pensioners, but you wouldn't think it with him like that. Lovely kids park too. Chessboard. With some lovely views around Gunnedah. Beautiful. There's his musical talent. We're hoping to see koalas because they are supposed to be around here, so I'm looking up in all the trees for koalas. When we were in Bindara, the young girl Hayley at the Tourist Bureau was doing push-ups. It was a part of a push-up challenge. This is dedicated to our forefathers who worked in the mines. My dad, Bill's dad, my grandfather.
Father in the early days would have to cut out between 8 and 12 tonne of coal a day and push a barrow like that.
is a memorial and the resting place of Gunnedah, and his people called him the Red Kangaroo. He was a clever chief, a mighty fighter, and so they called him the Red Chief. And we're staying in the Red Chief Motel. This is Oxley Lookout, overlooking Tamworth. We were here last year, about 11 months ago, and it's quite a spectacular view from up here. It's a big town, Tamworth. They have the country music capital of Australia. And this is a lovely park and lookout area up here. Still up at Oxley Lookout. And the bougainvillea is in full bloom. Looks beautiful. This is at the Marsupial Park in Tamworth. It's free entry. You've got all these areas for Australian animals. Go on, show off your feathers.
Past asbestos, past breeding season there.
And up here in the Marsupial Park, there's also an adventure playground for the kids. It's lovely. Barbecues. Nice spot, and it's free. You're a noisy thing.
He's saying walk, walk, walk. All right, I'm walking.
Looks like it's molting. This is Chaffey Dam. It's to regulate the natural flow of the Peel River near Nundle, about 60 k's from Tamworth. Another huge dam, 77,800 megalitres a day on the spillway. This is reportedly the oldest woolen mill in New South Wales. So this is Bicentennial Park with the Pioneers Parade of Country Music. That's Tex Morton. This is Chad Morgan. He was a country comedian. And Reg Lindsay. We used to have a TV country music show on Saturday mornings when I was growing up. And this is Frank Ifield. My mum liked him. He had a mega hit with I Remember You. And this is Jimmy Little. He's an Indigenous performer. He's the first Aboriginal Australian country star. So this is a memorial for what was called the whalers, the horses. They were in the Light Horse Brigade in 1917 in the First World War. Only one horse ever came back. Out of 500,000 that were exported from Australia to the Indian Army, the Boer War in Egypt. Sad. And this is a descendant of the Lone Pine in Turkey, where the battle was fought for Gallipoli.
So, hi folks, we're at Tamworth at the moment. The caravan's accident happened on the 27th of May. It's the 15th of June and we believe we may have another fortnight to wait before it's repaired. The main issue now is waiting for parts and the installation of those parts.
So we will just keep travelling a bit and we'll see you next time.